Hey everybody, welcome back to Cognition. So in the last episode we figured out who the victim was, and we also got the address. So we're gonna
I need you to come with me.
We're gonna go do
Lunch?
that.
Would you drop it with that damn lunch? We got work to do.
I thought you didn't want me to come with you.
Well, yeah, I do now. Hurry up before I change my mind.
Alright, so this is probably gonna be the last episode. Actually, this is my second time recording. There was a technical issue at the very end of the credits, which was annoying, but that's alright. So, figured out Longmore's apartment, the victim's apartment, so let's see if we can find anything interesting here.
I got the keys from the landlord.
2 points for diplomacy.
Hey, you know me. I'm a charmer. He mentioned that Longmore was going to move out at the end of the month. What are we looking for?
Anything that can tell us why this guy was killed.
So, we can go sleuthing. I'm not going to look at all this. Actually, what we want to do is see if we can do something about this rug.
Found something?
Maybe.
So let's do a
Let
search.
me get down there for you.
Always a gentleman.
Even to this
All
day,
right, give me some time to go through this.
even to this day, I don't know if that... See, originally the line was always a gentleman, but I changed it to always the gentleman, because that's the idiom, always the gentleman, but she sort of says it, always a gentleman, so... To this day, I still don't know which one to go for. Okay, so next thing we want to do is... Actually, let's do it this way. So, it's a shame that he died because he had a pretty sweet 3-monitor system.
Fingerprint bypass. What do I do now?
Okay, so... Luckily, we got the fingerprint before we left.
Okay, let's try this.
He seems to be a big fan of security.
There we go.
I've been ignored before, Agent Reed, but more innocents were going to die at the hands of Longmore, and I could not wait any longer. I've added a few things to this apartment in hopes that someone would find them, but one can only wait so long for the law to catch up. Agent Davies was not so perceptive. Maybe you will see what she did not. So, I guess people were gonna die to Longmore. I don't know. I haven't seen any evidence of that yet, though.
Who the hell is sending me these?
I can just click this. Erica will
This
say
guy again. Who the hell is he? Samuel Sewell was one of 6 judges that sentenced 19 men and women in the Salem witch trials in Salem, Massachusetts. Of all the judges, he was the only one who later repented, taking all of the blame and shame for the sins he had committed by sentencing the innocent people to death by hanging. The case of Judge Sewell provides a very interesting view on how the power of governmental agencies can, if abused, act against the same people who elected them and whom they are sworn to protect. Had Samuel Sewell and his fellow judges investigated the cases further and not opted for superstitious view, the whole tragedy could have been averted. A memory card? Okay.
Okay, now this was the picture that was on Davies' email, and so it looks like the relation to Sewell here and Davies is that they were kind of hanging people even though they knew that they were wrong. So anyway, it asked for a memory card and we don't have one quite yet. So it looks like Longmore maybe, well, a little more complicated than we thought. I mean, he is a victim, certainly. So we also need to do a safe do something with a safe. But we don't know the combination, but we actually do. This is a little esoteric. It took me a while to figure this out. If not someone telling me, it's one of those two. This is actually a 4-digit safe combination. She's my next victim. 6174. So whoever the picture is of, that's the next victim. But we don't know who the next victim is yet. We just have 4 clips of a photo. Let's turn this.
What is all that?
Let's look at it.
Okay, so he certainly, excuse me, he has a lot of notes on himself.
This is our guy, Longmore. So he's kept a file on himself? Let's see. Looks like he worked in public transportation in New York and Memphis. He was charting his weight every few days. He has a detailed account list of all the movies he's seen this year, and women he noticed while in the theater.
Alright, so Boston, that's where we live, so let's check stuff out. Oof. I think we know some of these people. Sarah Goodman. And pay attention to these addresses, they're important. So, 514 Chestnut Street, 1170 Melrose, and 730 Joy. So you take some of these notes and it's a little disturbing. You spend time with me, but then you spend time with your husband. Well, which is it? You can't have both. You have to pick. You pick one person and that's the person you spend with. Why don't you understand this? Nobody understands this. So that's a little creepy. And this is the 10th, which is 2 days after Sarah went missing, so that's not good. Also, she was hanged, so that's not good either. She said she's leaving. She said she's leaving soon. And if it's only me here, then I can be the only one. The only one in the city. She likes me. She trusts me. I can persuade her to stay. So, yeah, not very healthy. And then there's this person too, so.
This is the one that's not a surprise. Sarah, murdered in her house at 514 Chestnut Street. Oh, maybe I'm just exhausted right now, but sometimes this shit gets to me.
We have to click on all this.
Looks like he tracked you for some time, Amy. Address is at 1170 Melrose. Elizabeth, it looks like Longmore had a pretty detailed fantasy life with you. Lots of notes on it. He knew where you lived, too. 730 Joy Street.
So, we know all that. Let's go to Tennessee.
This file has info on 3 different women, all from Memphis. And things in here. A candy wrapper, a few long strands of hair. A long handwritten dialogue between one of the women and someone else. The women's names are Carolyn Palmer, Mega Martha, and Beth Williams.
No, not Mega. Mega's a fellow writer on The Four Winds with me. Or the real Mega, of course. Speaking of the real people, we recently we recently learned, completely on accident, that the actual Anthony Longmore is in a relationship with the actual Amy Lewis. So that made it a little odd, but they had a good sense of humor about it. We didn't know until they emailed us after they had played. So that's exclusive information. That's information you don't get anywhere else.
This file has info on 3 different...
So the candy wrapper, obviously, well, not obviously, but it's a reference to the Dexter TV show. There's actually a lot of Dexter references going on here. Let's look at New York.
There are 3 women profiled in this folder, all from New York. It's full of little notes, shopping habits, places where they ate, clothes they wore most frequently. The 3 women's names are Janelle Katona, Emily Carlson, and Nadia Schwartz. I'll look at those other cases in more detail later. I want to focus on the case at hand, and I think I have all the info I need with the Boston profiles. Damn it, this was right under my nose.
So the thing is, it looks like that Longmore killed all these women, but the thing is, who killed him?
Sully, call someone in the department and find more on these women.
You got it. Hey, Martin. Yeah, I need you to look a few things over for me. Yeah, I have a couple of names for you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right, okay, the first one. Okay, we got some info here. These women were all suicides, except for Emily Carlson in New York. They never caught the killer, but it was an obvious murder. The third woman in New York, Nadia Schwartz, hasn't been reported as missing or dead.
So, you get kind of a quiz here. You can, just pick wrong options, but there's no reason to. Sully will just say something like, "Duh, I don't think that's the answer, Erica," and you have to do it all over again, so... We know that Anthony Longmore's the killer.
Sully, Anthony Longmore was a killer.
You think? What's our evidence?
Those women from the safe are his victims. He took those photographs. And he's been doing it for years, until someone stopped him last night. He was in Tennessee first, and then in New York. He killed these women, and he had a pattern.
Reference to Season 4? Yeah, Season 4 of Dexter, Trinity Killer.
He kills in groups of 3.
How do you know?
2 reasons.
Now, remember he was moving out.
He was moving out soon, and...
That's what Sully said when we first entered here. And not everyone. Nadia Schwartz survived.
He's killed 3 victims in every state except for New York. Look at the boxes. You mentioned the landlord said he was moving out. He was done here, ready to go on to the next city. He killed in 3s all the time.
But what happened in New York? Why is Nadia Schwartz still alive?
Because of Emily Carlson's case. They almost caught him. He fled New York before his work was done there, and he could never get to Nadia Schwartz. It's clear, even the way he met his victims.
How?
Now remember, he worked in the subway, so...
He met them through public transportation. He worked there. That's where he targeted his victims.
Yeah, you're right. But if this piece of shit was murdered last night, done in the same way that he killed his victims, then who killed him?
Good question. And why did they send clues to Davies? And to me?
This is a hell of a mind screw. We gotta keep looking.
So, looks like things are not as easy as it seems, but now that I think of it, this is gonna be the last episode.
It's a bunch of tools. Lots of rope, and get this, even some nooses. I also found this.
Hello, hello. I've been looking for you. Good job, Sully.
She just got this. This is gonna be the last episode of the... Or this is the last episode of the episode. But I am gonna have a bonus episode. Actually, I can talk about that while I do this.
I got it. It's all together now. There are some letter sliders here.
Alright, we got some letter sliders. We can't...
I can't move them. What am I missing?
There's a keyhole in the back. We got a key from the post office, so it doesn't take rocket surgery to figure out what to do here. Okay.
There we go. I should be able to move the letters now.
So who repented? Well, it would be the person who was on that workstation up there. So it's going to be Sewell. So while I do this, I'm going to do a bonus episode with... See, I do know a lot about what's coming up in the game, but before I did that, I actually had a lot of predictions for what's coming up in the game. So I think I'm going to put that in a bonus episode because that'll be fun. I like this little animation here.
Creepy. Huh. What's this? It's a memory card.
So the computer was asking for a memory card, so let's give it that. So I don't think I'm going to be doing the other episodes, or at least LPing them. And if I get a chance to talk, I'll tell you why.
This is not going to work with this.
I should probably equip an item instead of not that.
Let's see what happens.
So remember...
What game do you want me to play now?
So there's going to be a bunch of addresses here. Remember the addresses we just dealt with? It was 170 Melrose. It was 514 Chestnut and 730 Joy. So we just figure out this. These are the 3 addresses, and there seems to be a blank one on the right. So let's see what happens.
Hey, isn't that...
You got it. The Old South Meeting House?
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? Sully, look at this. Over 3 centuries ago, Samuel Sewell repented in the Old South Meeting House for atrocities he once helped along. Tonight, someone new will take the blame and shame.
There's something loading.
As long as it's not a bomb.
This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Drop it, you ass.
We make a good team, don't we?
Uh-oh.
Shit, Sully, it's Davies. She's a target.
What the fuck? How do you know? I got...
Trust me on this. We gotta get to the meeting house now. Move it.
So yeah, as the clip said, that it was... she's the next target. I really like this scene coming up here.
We're pulling in right now.
Erica, wait for backup.
John, Davies could be in there. Did you try her phone?
She's not picking it up. No one's heard from her all day.
Get your ass here quick. We're pulling in.
I'm on my way.
What's the plan?
Check out the bell tower out front. I'll head into the main building hall from the side door. Be careful.
You too.
Movie time. Very creepy. Certainly we won't find anything creepy in this very abandoned hall. So. Oh, someone's not being very nice and is shooting at us. Okay, I'm gonna name this character Hat Killer because the killer wears a hat, and so I'm calling Hat Killer. Anyway, so we don't have our gun. We sort of want it. Unfortunately, if we try to go for it,
I have to stay undercover. He's got a better vantage point. He'll see me.
let's take a look at this though.
A virtual presenter. That damn presenter thing gave me up.
But it does make a distraction, so we can do this and make the jump for it.
Oh, got it.
Now, what we want to do is sort of distract them, but this is not plugged in to the light switch here, so let's do that. Now, unfortunately, we sort of put ourselves in a situation where we don't have an exit strategy because we want to go back over here, but it's all the way over there. So let's see if we have anything that we can use on that end.
Let's try this.
So she lobs it like a grenade because why not? So we're gonna turn on this light switch.
Aha! That should make things a little more even.
And it kind of blinds the killer here. So we want to pull out the gun and sort of shoot randomly. Oh wait, maybe not randomly, but I just wanted to show you something interesting. So this is the second shot. We can't shoot the killer here. Killer will just sort of go back into hiding. I just wanted to show that after 5 shots, you have to reload, so that's kind of cool. Anyway. Killer will shoot that switch, so we have to do this again.
There it is.
Okay. Okay, it takes 5 shots to do this, so... Oh, so we can't attack this, but we can attack this chandelier. And, you know, that could result in fun times. Oh. Oh well, one more hit.
There it is.
So yeah, this is the last action of the game, and here's the last movie.
What's happening? Stop it! Sully, John, suspect is on the run. Brown coat, brown hat, and I found Davies. She's... Please, get here.
So, looks like Davies isn't going to be showing up in later episodes. Just saying. So that is the end. We have a song, "The Taking" by the Scarlet Furies, that's going to be coming up over the credits. Oh, I'm not sure which way to go for talking about the credits. First, I want to say that I'm really glad I got the opportunity to work on this project. It was really fun, and the people are very good. Really good studio, very nice people, very good men, good ladies. So, really learned a lot, which is good because I'm doing a project that's gonna require me to know a lot of this sort of thing. Now, that said, I don't think I'm going to LP episode 2, or any of the episodes coming on. 2 reasons. One, it didn't seem that people enjoyed this. I said from the very beginning of this LP that I would be, I'd be happy to talk about the inside process, but nobody really asked for that. Which makes me feel that nobody seems to be interested, or as interested in the project as I was hoping, which is fine. It just means that I'll probably just continue to do other games that I'm not part of. So probably won't do the other cognitions unless you guys ask me to continue LPing Cognition. I will. Otherwise, I don't think I will. So that's fine. It's also a sort of thing where I like to be able to talk to you guys while I'm LPing, but this game, and that's just part of the style, there's a lot of dialogue, and when it's not blind and there's a lot of dialogue, then I was kind of stuck in a situation where I couldn't really talk to you because I would just go to the next objective after 15 seconds, and so I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't give you any commentary. So if there's no commentary, it's just a walkthrough, and it's boring for me and you. So I think that unless there's support for me asking me to continue LPing Cognition, it's not going to happen. And that's not a reflection of what the rest of the game is. I'm just saying, you know, I'm going to be continuing working on it. I just won't LP it. That said, you can expect that the Monkey Island games are going to be coming up next. Like I said in a other episode, I do own Tales. I haven't touched it yet, but I do own it. So I'll just have to get Escape from Monkey Island. And I don't know if someone can answer this, actually. Am I going to lose out some sort of inside humor if I skip Escape and just go straight to Tales? Or is there something in Tales that I wouldn't understand if I didn't play Escape first? Like, for example, I wouldn't understand who Murray is, who I know is in Escape, but he was first mentioned in Curse, so, you know, that sort of thing. If there's really no reason not to skip Escape, then I may just go straight to Tales. I don't know. But I've also been lately doing a lot of simulation games, 4X games, like Civilization 5 particularly. I've been picking up this game called Fallen Enchantress. I played a normal Iron Man game of XCOM, which wasn't that challenging. The only named person that I lost was because of friendly fire, which was stupid. But, so I'd bump up the classic, but whatever. But that's neither here nor there. There's also this tactical strategy RPG game that's still in beta, but I'm in it, called The Banner Saga, which is interesting, a lot more interesting than I thought, but also not as interesting as I thought. But I'll probably LP that the campaign of that game. But the thing is, I don't know if a lot of the people who would want to watch adventure game LPs are also the sort of people who would also want to watch tactical strategy RPG, or not even RPGs, just strategy games, which I like to do a lot because I like games that are more simulated, because I can play the same game and it's not going to be the same every time I play it, which is actually one of the major themes of what I want to do on my thesis paper, or thesis, yeah, my graduate thesis about simulation and education, but that's neither here nor there. There's going to be some dialogue teasers on what's coming up in the next episode, and then that's about it. So, hope you've enjoyed. Well, okay, let's listen to this.
I'm starting to think there is no not messed up in my life.
The top brass says go. You don't ask questions.
Just finding him isn't good enough. I found Scott, I found Davies, and I was too late to save either of them.
Please, just talk to me, Dad.
Wise Monkey is your case now, Agent Reed.
Let's see what you've got.
Actually, there is one more thing I want to say. There will be another episode probably after right after this. Not right after this, but it will be next episode. Predictions, because I wasn't I'm in the know on Cognition, but I wasn't always. So I'm probably gonna make a bonus video with the predictions that I had while I was playing episode 1 for the first time. So I'll probably do that. I think that would be an interesting video. But that said, I hope you've enjoyed this project. Thank you for your support. I mean, I always really enjoy the feedback that you guys give me, because otherwise, you know, if it's not entertaining me, or if it's not entertaining, if I'm not entertaining you, then there's really no reason for me to be doing this. So, you know, when I get good feedback, I'm happy, and I continue doing this. So, short story, long story short, I probably won't do the rest of Cognition unless specifically really asked, because I didn't feel that this was a project that a lot of people responded well to. You know, people want me to do Monkey Island or that sort of thing, which I'll do. Fine, I'll do it. But yeah. So, leave any feedback, and I'll see you in another game. So, thanks for watching. Have fun. Later.